This was the moment the fire broke out in the hall as the bride and groom danced together on their wedding day. As the ceiling started to fall, the band stopped playing as parents grabbed their children and guests ran for their lives. In their first interview since the disaster on Tuesday night, Revan, the groom, told Sky News what had happened.
First and foremost, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Radash. And double honors to the head apostles of the great millstone that taught me this truth, and as well as the bishops, can't forget. And Yahweh Shai Brakatham to the 144,000, and as well as the 1/3. And I just want to go over a very sad story which happened in Iraq with the couple which were supposedly getting married, and something happened. A terrible thing happened. A bunch of people got hurt, and basically more than just got hurt. 100 people died during the parade of these two getting married, basically, because of how it was done. So anyway, this reads, Iraq wedding fire. Bride and groom can't live in their community after blaze kills more than 100 people. Groom Raven says he blames the hall manager for the disaster, which killed more than 100 people and injured at least 150, but says he does not think fireworks were to blame for the fatal blaze. I mean, that's exactly what caused it. It was the fireworks. And what was so silly about it is the fact that they were in a building covered up. So obviously if the fireworks goes up, then you're going to have fires. So they should have been outside doing this, man, where they could shoot the fireworks and this would have never happened. So this reads, Reverend 27 and Bride Haneen 18 says they feel they are dead inside despite surviving the blaze, which started inside a packed wedding hall in Qarakwash in Nineveh province of northern Iraq. Raven City lost 15 members of his family in the fire, adding his bride can't speak after the loss of 10 of her relatives, including her mother and brother. And her father is also in critical condition. And I mean, when you watch the video, you can see how traumatized she was, man. She couldn't say a word. She couldn't even look up at the camera. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was a sad situation to look at. Okay, but regardless whether this was sad or not, this was the Lord's judgment. So it reads, at least 150 others were also injured. The disaster means they can no longer stay in their hometowns. That's it. We can't live here anymore, and we can't live here anymore. I mean, every time we try to have some happiness, something tragic happens to us and destroys the happiness. So it's best for us to leave, he said. So there you go. There's the couple that were getting married, and something else happened. So now let's pull some precepts out. Let's get the book of Psalm 66 and verse 5. Come and see the works of the Most High Yahweh. He is terrible in his doings towards the children of men. And absolutely, the Lord is terrible in his doings towards the children of men. I mean, you have menstruous women bringing forth monsters. You have, children that are being born in various diverse situations, and people going through various situations that make you, in some cases, if you would have seen these incidents, you would kind of bug out like, damn, really? That's how the Lord is. The Lord is also known as once upon a time, the terrible demon-like power. So yes, God is good, but he's also bad when need be. So that's all I'm going to read right there. Let's get another precept. Deuteronomy 32 and verse 39. See now that I am he, and there's no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Exactly. There's nobody that can deliver you out of the hands of the Lord. If it's your time to go, if the Lord punches your numbers in and it's time for you to go, then you're going to have to go. And can't no one do anything about that. So the individuals that passed on, they were meant to go. And now they're in the spiritual realm. They're at peace now. While they're down here being traumatized because of the whole situation that happened in the building, so to speak. And maybe the Lord has seen these people do some kind of evil in their past life, or maybe in this life. We don't know. And we can't really say that these people didn't deserve what happened to them. Because according to the book of Job, 4 and 6, whoso perish being innocent, no one is innocent here on this earth. We're all the sinners. So people are just paying for the wrongs that they have done, whether it was in their past life or whether it was years ago in the span of their current life today, as to why these things are happening to them. Going back to the precepts now. Let's get the book of Sirach. Oh yeah, I want to read this again because I want to make another point. This is what the Lord said through Moses. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. So that's the Lord speaking in the sense of pride, which the Most High can only but be prideful. But men in this case, we don't deserve to be prideful because we're not built like that. The Lord is built like that. He's the omnipotent one. He's the reason why all of the life of the living and all of the things that we see here on this earth are existing. So he gets to be prideful, not men. Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. So there you go. I just wanted to read that because when I read that precept, I thought of bringing this one into the mix. Yeah, so that's it right there. Isaiah 45 and verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all of these things. So as they were supposed to be having a good time, getting married, some evils broke out of there. 100 people died in the midst. 150 also got injured. So that was the evils that were brought. And you always got to keep in mind, because, people get emotional when they see things like this and say to themselves, oh, man, that should have never happened. And this and that and the third. Well, we don't know the people like how the Lord knows the people. As a matter of fact, I'm even go as far as saying this. We don't even know ourselves like the Most High knows ourselves. So if something happens to each and every one of us, 9 times out of 10, or maybe 10 times out of 10, we probably deserved it. Okay, so evidently, whether you want to accept this, believe it or not, this was the judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, as it is also written that the very morning, I'm roughly paraphrasing that precept, the judgments come. So that's all I have to say with this, giving all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. And this is why, once again, we must fear the Lord. Shalom.